Today I'll be doing some sweet dinner rolls. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. So let's take a look at the ingredients we'll need. So although this recipe calls for about 8 cups of flour, I'm starting off with 7 cups right here in this bowl. 1 cup of whole milk, a stick of butter, ½ cup of warm water, 2/3 cup of regular white sugar, 3 eggs, a cup of pineapple juice, some vanilla extract, and I'm going to be using the rapid rise yeast that I bought the other day to do that did you know thing. I'm going to use 2 packages or 2 tablespoons of that. So let's get started. Did you know that 1 little packet of yeast is the equivalent of just about a tablespoon? As you can see, my butter has become room temperature with all the activity going on here today. That's okay, because we want to dump it in the milk anyways. And we're going to nuke it in the microwave for not more than a minute, just so it can all become liquid. So let me take this over to the microwave. Okay, so I only went 40 seconds because we don't want it too hot. We just want it a little bit melted, okay? Let's move on to the next step. Now, I love looking at other people's cooking show and checking out how they run the show, how they make the recipes, stuff like that. Let me tell you my 3 top ones. I love One Pot Chef Show, I love Noreen's Kitchen, and I love Betty's Kitchen. And I get ideas and inspiration and stuff from some of the recipes that they make at these channels. This recipe right here, I kind of got from Noreen's Kitchen. I'm not making it exactly like she did because she used the KitchenAid, and I don't want to have to use the KitchenAid. I like putting my hands inside the flour rather than using the KitchenAid. I like to use the KitchenAid for batter. And she also used some instant potato flakes in hers, but I don't like to use anything that comes in a box like that because they tend to have MSG in it. And so I must confess that this is the first time I'm going to make this recipe. And so you could also say that I'm testing the recipe right now. So if it bombs, I'm going to put it up. And if it comes out great, I'm going to put it up. So let's move on. Wish us luck, right? Okay, so let's begin. We're going to add our sugar. We're going to add our yeast directly into it. That's what you do with the rapid rise, is you add it directly. Yeah, rapid rise. You add it directly into the flour. Now this is good for people who don't like to activate the yeast, right? And then I'm going to add the warm water. And let me start working this in. Now, the reason that I don't want to do it in the KitchenAid is because not everybody owns a KitchenAid. And I want you guys to be able to make this even if you don't have that, all right? So this is the butter and the milk. It's not too hot, so it's not burning me. You add it. And like I tell you guys, when it comes to any kind of bread or dough, you always want to add your liquid a little bit at a time because you don't want to have to add more flour. And I always say it's because it's going to change the taste. It does. But I think it also makes the bread stiffer. So let's add this. Add all of that in. And I have, let me show you guys, one of my eggs cracked already. I'm going to whip it a little bit with a fork, slightly beat it, or lightly beat it. I never know what that word is. It's slightly beat or lightly beaten. I'm going to add the pineapple juice. And it's only a cup of pineapple juice, a little bit at a time. It's getting sticky, right? And this is going to be a sticky dough. So far I've added in 2 eggs. See how sticky it's getting? But don't panic, all right? Because we have another cup of flour that we haven't added to this dough yet. See how sticky it is now? Makes me almost afraid to put my pineapple juice, but I'm not gonna panic because I'm gonna add that extra cup of flour. I don't want you guys to ever be afraid of making bread. This bread is kind of easy to make. So let's go and add our pineapple juice. Okay, it's almost like cookie. More flour. Let me get my hands cleaned off and come back and continue working our dough. I don't know if other people who make bread do what I do, but I always stop and get my hands cleaned up when I'm going to do the final dough. And if you notice, it's really sticky, and this is the way we want it to be. It's a nice big bulk. Let's go ahead and knead it. And then I usually see other people will spray this with some kind of grease or whatever. I don't. I just kind of throw it in here. And I'm going to cover it up with a dishcloth. And I'll be back in an hour when it's doubled in size. Okay, so it's 1 hour later, and let's check on our dough. Gorgeous. I just love when the dough rises so good. See? I didn't have to put any kind of spray thing in here. I never do because I'm always using the same bowl that I kneaded it up in. And this is way more sticky than any of the breads I make. But still, do not put flour on the counter, okay? So just get the air out. People have fancy ways that they do their bread, they knead it, but I tend to take things kind of really simple. Sometimes this is like hard pieces of the flour that you see me pick off of the thing sometimes. So now let's get this cut up into 36 rolls. And I don't have a scale, so we're just going to eyeball. We're going to start like with 1/2 first. And then we're just going to half. And then half. You get the idea, right? Okay, so this is what you do. There's no science to this, okay? You want to get 18 equal sized pieces for this first half and then 18 for the next half. That's how you're going to get like 3 dozen. So you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And you want your 18. And then you can, because I kind of pinch from some, you kind of go over them and find the fatter ones and kind of put it to the smaller one. No scale needed, just eyeballing. Then we're going to go do the next half. All right, so I found the easier way. Just kind of work them like the way you see me work the Johnny cake or the Creole breads. I just kind of work them to make everything come to one peak right here. Then I kind of roll it in my hand. That's just, you know, find your own rhythm when you're doing this. So when you roll them into a ball, we're just going to set them here. Don't squish them like I would the Johnny cakes. Just leave them like a ball. This is all you want to do. Put them kind of close because when they swell, you want them to kind of touch. You know how the rolls look when you get them from the store. Sweating in here, slaving over a hot stove. Stove's not hot yet. Anyways, take a look. I got 36. Show them, Jory. And I'm sure some of them are bigger than some, but I eyeballed, okay? And let's cover them up. See, I told you guys I always have beautiful cloths. Cover them up for another hour, then we're gonna bake. 1 hour later, look how beautifully they have risen. I'm gonna bake them on 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. Pay no mind to this chicken right here. This is the other part of our dinner for today, baked chicken. Here they are. They came out so beautiful. And while they're still warm, I'm using this barbecue brush to brush on a little bit of melted butter. You know, my family calls me the bread whisperer because you guys know that this is the first time I'm trying these dinner rolls, and I'm so amazed at how beautiful they came out. Look, guys. You know what I noticed is that they're light. But what I should have done, like these ones got really close. I think maybe these ones are bigger. They got close and they touch. We want them to touch. Well, you know what? They all touched. I think we're okay. We're okay, but look, I put some butter. And now it's time for me to taste. Oh my goodness, it's soft. It's airy, it's light. It's sweet. I can taste the pineapple. I can taste the pineapple juice in it. Here's some. I was checking the pineapple juice to see how much remained. I measured out 8 ounces and I only used 6 because there's 2 remaining. I think that's because I didn't use 3/4 of a cup of instant potato flakes like Noreen did. And basically I didn't do that because it has MSG in it. You guys know that I have a lot of problems with my with symptoms and stuff that I suffer and consequences that I suffer when I get MSG in my system. That's the main reason why I do this show, and I cook a lot at home and I don't eat outside too much. Anyways, I don't know Noreen from Noreen's Kitchen. This is somebody that I wish that I would know. I know she's not in my state. She's in North Carolina, I believe. And I just like this lady. She's kind of spunky. Anyways, I got this recipe off of her channel, and you guys go check it out, okay? Because I really like what she does. I just really love her personality. And like I said, I opted not to use the instant potato flakes, and I used everything else, so I used less pineapple. The breads came out awesome. She calls them Hawaiian style. I'm not sure if I've ever had that style of bread from the store, but we do get some sweeter type dinner rolls when we're doing barbecues, and that's what it reminds me of. They're light and airy, It was very sweet to taste, not sweet like a dessert now, okay, but more of a sweeter type bread, and they were just delicious. And I got 36, I got 3 dozen out of it, and I didn't use a scale to measure. I just kind of eyeball things, and you guys could do that. And I absolutely love it. I don't know if it's something that I'll be making a lot for dinner and stuff because it takes a while, but they came out lovely. And I'm really glad that I tried this recipe. I hope you guys try it. Tell me how much you like it. And in the future, I think I'll be trying other things by adding pineapple juice into the different doughs too, because I like that idea right there. And maybe we'll do this again another time and we'll change it up and we'll put like coconut milk instead of whole milk. We'll see, we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, for liking, for picking up the book, and for sharing the show with your friends and family. Until I see you guys again, take care.